Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. When Raila Molo Odinga was unveiling Martha Karua as his running mate, he named Kalonzo Musyoka as the chief cabinet secretary, assuming Azimio forms the next government. So Raila, in one way or the other, was just preserving that position for Kalonzo Musyoka. And after that, Charity Ngilu actually urged Raila Molo Odinga not to preserve that position for an individual, but he should preserve that position for any leader from Ukambani. Yes. So Ngilu is just trying to say that the chief cabinet secretary position should not be a reserve for Kalonzo Musyoka. Any leader from Ukambani is actually fit to occupy that position. Listen in to Charity Ngilu. Yes, that's Charity Ngilu. And on the same day, Charity Ngilu also held some talks with former Kitui Senator David Musila. David Musila is Jubilee's gubernatorial candidate for Kitui County. And from the talks, we are meant to believe that Ngilu and David Musila are planning on supporting one candidate. Either it's David Musila to support Charity Ngilu or Charity Ngilu to support David Musila. And from the look of things, it seems to appear that that talk might have been as a result of Charity Ngilu maybe aiming for a higher office or a bigger post. Maybe that one of Chief Cabinet Secretary, the one that was earmarked for Kalonzo Musyoka. So in this video, I want us to dig deep to see exactly what that means politically and what it portends for Kalonzo Musyoka, should that post be given to any leader from Ukambani who is not Kalonzo Musyoka. Yes. In case you've bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Earlier today, Kalonzo Musyoka met Professor Makau Mutua, Raila's spokesperson. And from news we are getting is that it's just a matter of time before Kalonzo Musyoka actually rejoins Azimio. And you know, for some days and months now, Kalonzo Musyoka has actually been giving mixed signals to a point you cannot actually tell what Kalonzo Musyoka actually will do next. Kalonzo has come out as somebody who can say something today, tomorrow is saying completely a different thing. But from the information we are getting is that it's just a matter of days before Kalonzo Musyoka rejoins Azimio. But in the event, Kalonzo fails to rejoin Azimio, and then that position of a chief cabinet secretary is given to any leader from Ukambani, what are the political implications of that move on Kalonzo Musyoka? Because from the way Ngilu is talking, Ngilu is trying to claim that that position should not be a preserve for Kalonzo Musyoka, but should be a preserve for any leader from Ukambani. Yes. In fact, if Kalonzo Musyoka fails to rejoin Azimio, and that position is given to maybe somebody like Charity Ngilu, I'm seeing a high possibility where if that position is given to any leader from Ukambani, that can actually influence a good majority of Kambas to vote for Azimio. I'm seeing that likely possibility. Because on the other side of William Ruto, they have not given such position to any leader from Ukambani. In fact, they have earmarked it for Musalia Mudavadi, but with conditions. But on this other side, they reserved it for Kalonzo Musyoka. But in the event it's not Kalonzo Musyoka and it's given to any leader from Ukambani, that can persuade a good majority of Kambas to vote for Azimio. And should that happen, then I'm seeing automatically, naturally, Kalonzo Musyoka shall be rendered politically irrelevant in Ukambani. And that is so because after this year's election, and a good majority of Kambas may be having voted for Raila Amolo Odinga, maybe through that leader who will be the chief cabinet secretary, that leader automatically will emerge as the new Kamba kingpin or new Kamba queen. Kalonzo Musyoka shall have been rendered irrelevant in Ukambani. That would mean Kalonzo Musyoka shall have dug his political grave very deep permanently in Ukambani. And also, if you look at it from another angle, Kalonzo Musyoka is actually a seasoned politician. And as things are today, I know a good majority of Kambas have already made up their minds. Even without that position of a chief cabinet secretary, a good majority of Kambas have actually made up their minds on who they will vote for. And going by the latest statistics, a good majority of Kambas are actually aligning themselves to Azimio. So Kalonzo should be very, very smart not to antagonize that goodwill Azimio enjoys in Ukambani. Because should he try to antagonize that, then Kalonzo Musyoka is going to face some stiff competition or rather some kind of resistance from his people, the Ukambani. Because a good majority of them might have actually decided on voting for Azimio. And that is so because Kalonzo himself actually threw his weight behind Raila Amolo Odinga. So for Kalonzo again to turn back and forth, a good majority of Kambas might actually reject him. They can actually see Kalonzo might be taking them as fools, his toys and maybe dolls. So that alone, the mere fact that Kalonzo did endorse Raila publicly, I see that might have made a good Kambas actually to support Raila Amolo Odinga. And for Kalonzo now to make a U-turn to actually withdraw them from Raila Amolo Odinga, Kalonzo has to think very, very carefully because he can just sleep there. He can just end up facing some kind of resistance from the same people. Because, you know, it's only about 2 months now to the next election. Kalonzo has to be very, very careful. That's why I honestly believe that Kalonzo should now just flow with that current. Already has shown his people where actually they should go. Let him just now go with the people where they want to go. And then if you look at it from another angle, Kalonzo Musyoka, assuming he grabs that post of a chief cabinet secretary, I know there are also several government positions in post that is going to be given as a result of that. And through that, Kalonzo can actually grab that opportunity to actually build himself in Ukambani. Because, you know, power also attracts. If Kalonzo is actually in government and then is given some positions also to dish to maybe Ukambani people, that can also help in building Kalonzo's political clout in Ukambani. But now if Kalonzo forfeits that chance, it means he will be most likely in the political cold. So from those remarks by Charity Ngilu, I'm seeing a very high possibility. Where should Kalonzo Musyoka not rejoin Azimio? Most definitely, that position can be reserved for any leader from Ukambani. Maybe Charity Ngilu, Professor Kivuta Kibwana, or any other leader. Should that happen, Kalonzo Musyoka will be walking a very tight rope in Ukambani. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, just as I did indicate when we were starting, in case you've bumped here for the very first time, and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. And to any other person watching us outside Kenya for the very first time, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible again, subscribe, give this video a like.